I'm a 24-year-old machinist. I work CNC machines, do setups, and order tooling. Most of the people I work with have worked here for over 15 years. The owner of my company wants to make me the shop manager, and honestly, I'm not too tore up about it. I feel like the older guys who've been around won't want to take scheduling and manufacturing advice from a young guy. I have good relationships with all the shop guys, but I'm worried about stepping into this role so soon. Only been with the company for 3 years. Any advice?
Okay, your boss isn't asking you to do this job if you're not ready for it. That's number one. And the fact that you don't think you're ready is a good sign. I've said this before, because it means that you're humble. So you feel like that's good. That's probably one of the reasons why you're doing well, and probably one of the reasons that your boss thinks you're ready for the job is because you're humble. So that's good. But you also have to remember that being humble has to be balanced, dichotomy of leadership, with confidence and even with a little bit of aggression. So there's a reason that you're getting asked to do this job, and the boss needs you to step up. Now, just because you become the manager or the boss doesn't mean that you have to start bossing people around, right? It actually means that you should remain humble, that you should take input from them, that you can still take advice from them as opposed to just giving them advice. All those things are fine. And I just got asked this question the other day, young construction business, and a kid, and we were in a big meeting with a bunch of leadership, from foremen to engineers, all in the same room. Bunch of great guys from a great company. And one of the young engineers raised his hand and said, I'm young and I am going to be in charge of these guys. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with these guys that have been doing it for a lot longer. What can I do to, gain their respect? And I said, okay, who in this room knows more than that engineer back there about construction? And all these salty construction foremans raised their hands. Yeah. And I said, who's going to think that this guy's got the best idea? Raise your hands. All the hands go down. And I said, so this is what you're dealing with, buddy. I said, now let me ask another question to the group. Group, if this kid comes in and says, I know how to do this better than you, listen to me and do it my way, who's going to have respect for him? Raise your hand. No hands go up. If this young kid comes in and says, hey, I'm an engineer, I've been educated, but I haven't been doing this for long. Can you give me some recommendations on how we do this so we can do the best job possible? Who's going to have respect for him? Everyone raises their hand. So there you have it. You don't have to know everything as a leader. No one expects you to know everything, especially as a young leader. That's okay. And actually, when you admit that, you actually gain respect. When you ask for people's input, you actually gain respect. People get the paranoid feeling that if they don't know something, they're going to be seen as weak. Yeah. It's not true. So you can just step up into the position, still be humble, still take advice. Now, this doesn't mean that you're a pushover, right? This doesn't mean that you just listen to what everyone says. You don't make any decisions. No, it actually means that you show respect to their experience. And when it comes time to make a decision, you get the best input and then you make a decision and you explain your decision. And if your decision is wrong, you admit it. And if it's not wrong, you push forward. So that's what you need to do. You're getting asked to be put in this position for a reason. So do it. Get some.
It seems like a common one, yeah? That one. I'm stepping into a new role.
For sure. Everyone asks that question.
Yeah, man.
I answered it again.
There you go.
For everyone's benefit, including my own.
Yeah.
I learn from it every time.
Well, that's the ethos, right? Go in humble.
Yeah.
Be open-minded. Take advice.
Yes. Don't have to know everything. Yes.
3 days ago, our neighbor, young girl, one of my daughter's friends, 12 years old, and she comes over, they're messing around, they're swimming. She grabs my daughter's jump rope and she's jumping rope. She does the cross, you jump rope and you cross over, whatever.
Crossover, yeah.
Yeah. So she does that, and man, I used to jump rope back in the day, but I never really could do the crossover, let's face it. Nonetheless, so she's jumping rope, and I'm like, hey, do that the crossover thing again. She does it. She's doing, she's 12 years old. She does it. I'm like, dang, I never could do that. And she's like, well, you just got to do it like this until this. So I'm like, oh, okay. I grab the rope and I try, and the rope's too small. So I go grab my rope. Yeah, I got a jump rope. Well, I told my daughter to grab it. So she grabs it, and this is like kind of like one of those pro speed ropes, so it's like so if I make a mistake on this rope, it's going to hurt. I didn't have any shoes. I was barefoot.
Hawaiian style.
Hawaiian style for sure, 100%. And then, so I go for it. I'm jumping. I can jump rope still pretty good right now. Still, I haven't done it in a while. And she goes, okay, so right here at the top, you cross. This is where you want to cross at the top. I try. Ooh, hits my foot. Painful. And she's like, no, you got to do it more at the top. Did you show the pain? No.
Okay.
No. Never show the pain to the kids.
Good.
I try not to. Anyway, so I was like, okay, boom, fail. She's like, no, more at the top. It'll just whatever. So I'm like, okay, I do it, and it took me 4 times. On my 4th time, I did it for the first time in my life. By the way, the crossover with the painful speed rope. Some mental fortitude right there, thrown in. So
hardcore.
I did it. You should have seen. Yeah, very hardcore. But you should have seen the look on her and my daughter's face. They were like, oh, like it was, like I just got my purple belt or something. Nonetheless. So boom. What do we have right there? A situation. This is what I took from it too. We have a situation, a full-grown, athletic, arguably, person learning to do something that's really not that easy, obviously, if I've never done it in my life. Learning to do something that takes a fair amount of skill from a 12-year-old girl in real time. And you know what I did to boot? Gave her the credit. I said, dang, so you are the best teacher.
You have been going to the muster. I like that.
Yes, exactly right. So that's the thing.
You're still humble. The moral of your story, which was a long story,
was
be humble. You can learn from anybody.
Yes.
And when you do learn from someone, give them the credit.
Boom, that's what I did.
See, I said that in 13 seconds.
I know, bro, but I'm just saying it was impactful, and it reminded me of that story.